Hey, what's up, guys? Long time since we were able to get together, and I'm able to come to y'all with a video. It's been about a week. I just got off work not too long ago, so please excuse me for the audio. But I'm also trying to prep y'all and get y'all ready for my podcast coming to you very soon on Anchor. I will be putting that info up on my YouTube channel as soon as I get it together and get it everything worked out the way I want it to go and all of that. So look for my podcast coming soon off Anchor. On to what we here for. So last video I did was about a week ago. I talked about the narcissist and the hover. This is a part of my narcissism series on narcissism and relationships on all aspects. So a romantic relationship, a friendship, a co-worker or boss, so work-related relationship, or even another close relationship as in a family member. So you can tie all this information that I'm giving to you in almost every aspect when it comes to these terms and these definitions that I'm explaining. So the next term and definition that I'm explaining, is the narcissist and the new supply. So I'm going to talk about the new supply tonight. I want to first start off by saying there are two kinds of supply, and I'm going to address both of them. You hear a lot of other YouTubers and other videos that you've watched on YouTube talk about the supply, the new supply. Even myself have watched a lot of videos where they talk about the new supply, but they never really break down the fact that there is a toxic new supply and there is a good new supply. I don't want to say innocent because no one walking this earth is innocent. So I'll just call them the good supply. First, I'm going to explain the good supply because that's probably going to be shorter than discussing the toxic supply. Your good supply is the person that your narcissist discarded you, or maybe you discarded them. But the good supply is the new boyfriend, girlfriend, new husband, wife, fiance, new lover who is in the narc's life, who probably maybe didn't know about you. They didn't know the narc was in a relationship. So they're basically another you. They were blinded by the narcissist's charm and the love bombing and gestures and speech and how the narcissist talks and their intellectual conversation, and maybe if they're religious or spiritual, they were intrigued by their religious views or their spiritual views. They were intrigued by how they carry themselves, how they dress, how they smell, just whatever attracted you to the narc, they were probably attracted to the same things. So they were wooed, they were conned, they were deceived in a way such as you were. So I call them the good supply because they were like you. They weren't aware to the narcissist. They maybe weren't even aware about narcissism and empaths and that it was a thing. They didn't know that they were being preyed upon. They didn't know that they were a target for people like this. They were someone like you who wholeheartedly thought that they had hit it off with a person and they had a vibe with this person and they had plans for this person. They really had feelings for this person, and they thought that the things they felt were being reciprocated. But as we all know, with more and more dealings with these toxic people that we call narcissists, that nothing from them is ever reciprocated unless it's supply in a way that they can receive supply back. So they only reciprocate to give back to them. They never reciprocate with good intentions of really making you feel good or making you feel loved or letting you know how much they need you in their life or care about you. All of that is true, genuine feelings coming from you as their supply. But they're only telling you that and giving you that back in a way that you'll keep giving it unto them. Because let's not forget, when I talked about narcissism when I first started this series and I spoke about narcissists, I told you that there are people on they vibrate on low levels. They have a low vibrational level. They have low self-esteem. They have a low sense of self. They really need admiration, love, and assurance from other people to make themselves feel whole and feel as one being. There are jealous people. There are envious people. They see people that they like or want to be like, or see people with things that they want and they want to have, and with, instead of like most whole, healthy, normal people, if you see somebody that you like or admire or has things that you will want to obtain for yourself, you might try to absorb this person's energy in a positive way, as in you'll try to be around their company, you'll watch them, you'll observe them, you'll try to take on their positive traits unto yourself, so you can go out into the world and obtain these things that this person has that you may like. And maybe what this person has may not be a tangible item, or such as money, cars, clothes, houses, and things of that nature. Maybe what they have are certain characteristics as a person that you don't have in yourself that you would like to possess. And that's okay. A lot of people hang around people that they aspire to be like, and that's what you should do. You should surround yourself with people that are going in the same direction in life as you. So if you want to own a house, you can't hang out with people that's just renting apartments all the time. You need to hang out with some people that are homeowners. They already have bought a house, so they can give you the floor plan and some key factors that it's going to take for you to be a homeowner as well. They might have some suggestions that will make your transition from renting to owning a little bit more easier. If you want to become a millionaire, you're going to surround yourself with people that are on that same wavelength as you or are already there, and vice versa, on and on and on. So basically, your narc is getting supply, new good supply, like you, because of all the qualities in you that they liked, that they saw, but really they were envious and jealous because they didn't possess those qualities into their self. They're not a whole healthy person. So instead of trying to be around somebody to absorb the qualities, they be around the person to tear the qualities down out of that person, because they're so envious and jealous and so low in themselves and have such a low self-esteem about themselves that it makes them feel higher in themselves to tear another person down. It's like that long saying we've always been hearing all our lives, that people will step on other people to get to the top. And that's basically what the narcissist MO is to steal your greatness, to steal your life, to steal your supply, because you possess all these great qualities and all these good things about you that they want, that they're envious that they don't have, and that they can't get without the fake facade that they have it of tearing you down. So even once they've torn you down, thinking that they've sucked these qualities out of you, they've never really totally enhanced those qualities all the way, because it's not genuine. So they're only mirroring, taking on fake qualities of themselves that they obtain from other people, creating a facade of themselves to continue to obtain more supply. Because guys, let's be real. Who is going to want to be in a relationship or entertain an asshole, or, excuse my language, a bitch all day? These people, if they really were themselves, it was no way you would deal with them. So they have to be somebody they are not. So before they were with you, if they were really great and really nice when they met you and they had all these great things to say and they took you great places and they listened to the music you like to listen to, and it just felt like you knew them for years, but you only been dating 3 weeks. It's because they have absorbed someone else's qualities before you that was really great, and they're mirroring those qualities onto you to suck you in as new supply. So the good supply, I call it good supply because they're just another version of you, someone who got tricked, fooled, and manipulated into being into a relationship with this toxic person who already been peeping you out. They've already been watching you, studying you, so they already see all the qualities you possess, and they know that they want them, or that they need to at least mirror them for a while, pretend like they have those qualities to hook you in, to suck up your supply and more supplies like you. So your good supply is a supply that you might want to have a little empathy for, because even though you hurt because maybe your narcissist discarded you and now they're in a relationship with this person, understand that this person is going to go down the same path and road with this person that you went down, if not worse. So your new supply is unbeknownst, unknowing of what they're getting themselves into with this person, just as you were. So, excuse me, we want to be able to continue to hold on to our empathetic ways even outside of a relationship with a narcissist. So we want to always be able to sit in a space for a person. So knowing that your narc has moved on from you and they're with this other person who is kind of similar to you or like you, they're empath as well. They have a kind heart, giving, loving, caring, all those great qualities that narcissists look for and prey on people that have those kind of qualities. They're gonna get sent through the ringer too. They're gonna get it, and you should really just try to sit in a space where you can pray for them and pray for their best healing and that they escape and realize who they're dealing with as soon as possible. That's your good supply. Now you have your toxic supply. You see, I changed my tone of voice when I said that, because your toxic supply is that low down, dirty gutter rat that's down there right where your narcissist is. They operate on that same low ass vibrational bullshit level, and they don't even seek to rise above it at all. So if female or male, I'm gonna go with female. So if your narcissist new supply, ladies, he discarded you, you discarded him, however it may go, he got a new chick. Okay, so you see this new chick, you looking at Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, whatever the case may be, and you trying to compare yourself. She prettier, hair longer, nice body, thicker, fatter ass, whatever the case may be, and you're downplaying yourself as a woman because this man that really wasn't shit and really never was about shit that made you feel lower than yourself, and he's been doing it the whole relationship with his narcissistic ways, because he's been gaslighting you, making you be confused. He been smear campaigning you behind your back to his family and his friends. He been discarding you, then hovering you back, love bomb you, devalue you, degrade you. All of this stuff has been going on in cycles throughout the whole relationship, so your self-esteem is already lowered. So looking at this person didn't just lower your self-esteem, it already was at a low point. And this just made it even worse. So, and we're human. Somebody you think you're in love with, and I say think, and I'll explain later why I say you think you're in love with a narcissist, but you're really not and never were in love with them. You might have loved them, cared for them deeply, but it's one thing to love and it's another thing to be in love. And trust me when I say you were never in love with this person. And I will explain further in detail about what I mean when I say that in a minute. So your narcissist is with this person and you were so in love with them and yada, yada. It didn't work out. Thank God it didn't. And thank God now you're freed from them. But because we're human and we still have that flesh part of us, because we're human and spirit. So we operate off spirit, but we also operate in the human form off of the flesh. So your flesh is, of course, it's sad. Your heart hurts. You feel sorrow. You feel pain. You feel betrayed. You call yourself dumb. How does this happen to me? She must be better than me. He must be better than me. They must have more money. They must have all these qualities I don't possess. I ruined my relationship. It's always me. All this self-hate talk that has to go because it's not your fault. It's nothing that you could have did in this relationship with this person that would have made them treat you any better, love you because they never loved you, respect you, or reciprocate the things which you gave to them back. There's nothing you could have done. It's just not in them. They're not that person. They don't possess those qualities and traits that you and other people like you possess to be empathetic, to give genuine love, to really care for somebody, to really respect somebody, to really want to have a whole healthy relationship. These people don't like whole. They don't like healthy. They like dysfunction, chaos, and anything that's going to hurt the next person to make themselves feel better. So for everyone who's listening to me and you sat there and you studied your narcissist new supply and you've compared yourself to them, stop. Stop right now. There is no comparison between you and this low vibrational person. This person is a downgrade version of you. They lack all the capabilities in which you possess to be the great person that you are. Your light alone shines brighter than anything this person could even ever think about. So before I continue to speak on the toxic supply, I first want to speak to my listeners who have been in a narcissistic relationship, who have been discarded or discarded the narc, but the narc has moved on to another relationship and you're feeling down on yourself, you're feeling less than, you're feeling as if you sabotaged the relationship, as if you could have done better, as if it's your fault. I want to tell you right now, it's not your fault. There's nothing you could have done better. There's nothing that could have kept this relationship. It was never really a relationship to begin with. It was a situationship in which there was give and there was take, and you were giving and you were being taken from. And that's the bottom line of it. These people never loved you. They never had genuine interest in you to really be in a whole healthy relationship with you, to really love you and cater to you the way that you need to be, the way you deserve. These people can't see they see your infinite light, but they see it in a way only to diminish it, not to build into it or to absorb it into themselves, so you guys both can be greater for the better work of God and the better work of God's creation, which is this earth which we live on. So these are people who they're low, and they done left you and got a person just as low as them to make you feel low. So with that being said, stop the negative self-talk. Stop doubting yourself. You think that if you was all of these things that you say about yourself, the narcissist would have been with you? That they would have kept being around you, kept being in your life? They were with you for a reason, because you are great. And they only absorb to greatness. So hold on to that. Remember that. Remember your power. Hold on to your power. Don't relinquish it for anybody. Continuing on. This new supply, this toxic new supply. So this toxic new supply, they're a low vibrational person. This is that girl, this is that man that before your narcissist left you or you left them, before that final discard happened, they were already dealing with your narc. Maybe some weeks, months, maybe even a year or years, however long you were with a narcissist. This person was already put up somewhere in the back, playing their position behind the scenes, waiting for the day when the narcissist would choose them. And they knew about you. Oh, yeah, baby. They knew about you. You didn't know about them. You probably had a feeling, but you never had that concrete proof. But they knew very well about you. And not only were they willing to sit in the background and wait for your narcissist to use you up and then leave you to go be with them, but they're enabling the narcissist to leave you. They're helping the narcissist leave you. They're putting all kind of thoughts in the narcissist's head. They're in the background helping the narcissist plan how to get another place for them to stay in together. They doing all that, baby. Yep. They sitting there when the narcissist ain't around you. They talking on the phone to the narcissist, listening to the narcissist complain about you, cheering the narcissist on. Yep, telling the narcissist how they gonna do it better than you, how they gonna cook better, clean better, fuck better, suck better, whatever the case may be. How the life with them gonna be so great, so grand, so happy. And the narcissist, though, they go on for that. Oh yeah, why? Because somebody else that's gonna pour into me. Not only is this person telling them how that they're going to pour into them, which makes the narcissist want to leave you for them even more, but this person is willing to entertain them while knowing that they're with you, so willing to bleed and pour into their narcissistic, toxic ass ways, really got the narcissist going, because they like, man, you just like me. You willing to help me tear this person down and makes them feel like they not shit. So that's a good thing for them. They done got them some help in diminishing and tearing you down. But the contrary to that is, the narcissists don't want nobody just like them. They don't want nobody that operates really on their same level, because that one means they can't manipulate this person in the way that they can manipulate you and other people that are empathetic, that are empaths, because this person is already up on the game. This person gonna try to run the game with the narcissist. They probably are a narcissist or have high narcissistic traits themselves. So even though at first to the narcissist, this is everything, because right now they just want to use up everything they can use from you and get rid of you. So this person, even though this person operates on their same level and is just as low as they are, and they really don't want nobody just as low as them, they want somebody who's better than them with a lot of light that they can absorb. But this is good for them right now because this person is going to help finish you, which is the assignment ordered out by the narcissist in the first place. See, these people are on assignments. They come to annihilate and destroy you. And anybody that's willing to jump on their little bandwagon and feed into their supply and help destroy you as well is good with them for a short time. Because once they pick up on the fact that their new supply is just as low as them, that's going to be a turnoff. They're going to want to run away from this person as well, because if you're willing to help me annihilate and destroy this person, it's going to make them think, what are you willing to do to me? And then you're just as low as I am because you're willing to help destroy somebody else that you don't even know to get me and to make yourself feel good. Oh yeah, she doing it not only to get him, he doing it not only to get her, but they doing it to make themselves feel good, because guess what? This toxic new supply, they have low self-esteem. Oh yes. This toxic new supply, they need validation. This toxic new supply, female, probably has father issues, might have issues with her mother, probably already have multiple kids, multiple baby daddies. The man, he probably got kids everywhere, don't take care of them. Probably lack no kind of foundation. The female, she lacks foundation. Probably have no religious beliefs, no morals, low standards. Probably believe in prostitution. Probably believe in laying down with a man for the biggest bag you can get. The man, he probably believe in taking women for whatever you can get from them. These are those kind of people. These your Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallions. For the men, these your typical nickel and dime drug dealers, your typical Hennessy drinkers, sippers, typical drink sippers, your typical Percocet poppers, don't got no job, wear their pants half off their ass, no ambition, no goals. You ask them what their 5-year plan is, and they sentence start with they can't tell you. These is them kind of men. Low grade, down in the gutter. Don't want nothing for themselves. Don't have no goals or ambitions in life. Nothing. And you sit back and you compare yourself to these people. I'm telling you, do not do it. These are people who their whole life have walked around with a low sense of self, but they portray the image that they're whole, healthy, and they have all this self-confidence. And really, they try to come off at times, if you don't really know about narcissism and you haven't studied it or personally dealt with it on any level or aspects, they come off a conceited type person. They come off as if they're full of themselves and they have a higher sense of self than everybody else around them. So they come off as if they feel like they're better than you. But in turn, they know that they're not better than you. They know that they're lower than you in actuality, which is why they try so hard while with you to bring you down to their level. All those petty arguments, petty fights, the projections, the triangulation, all of that is tactics to get you outside of your character, to have you act off your emotions and outside of your conscious mind, to bring you down to their gutter level. This new supply is right with them. You could expect this new supply to get your number from your narc, to be calling you, to try to stalk your social media. And I ain't going to say try, they are. To stalk your social media. They might even contact you and message you. They'll do petty stuff. They'll have their friends come after you. All kind of anything. And you'll be sitting to yourself wondering, this person has my ex. They with my man or my woman. So why are they sitting here worried about me. They feel like they won. They took them from me or got them after I was done with them, whatever the case may be. But they're harassing me and they have the person there with them. And it should really be the other way around. But they're doing all of this because they know they're not shit. They know you're better than them. They know that they feel like they lucked up even getting the narcissist. They can't believe the narcissist even left you for them because they know that they don't measure up to the qualities that you have. So they're picking and doing all this stalking and calling and all these other things that they're doing to try to get you out of your character and bring you down to their level as well, because they know that they don't measure up. And in the back of their mind, and they know that they always have to constantly compete with you to even keep the narcissist's attention. Then they know that at every given chance, just like the narcissist left you for them, the narcissist will try to leave them to come back to you. Then on top of that, the narcissist talks about you all the time around them. Oh yeah, when the narcissist get mad, oh yeah, they tell them, oh, such and such I used to be with, they ain't do all that. I could just go back to such and such. And because they don't really want to lose the narcissist, because they're like you in those early stages where they're trying to please the narcissist and they want validation from this person, because again, remember, they're just like the narc. They are a narc as well. This toxic new supply, they operate on the same level. So they need the narcissist to keep feeding into them while they're feeding into the narcissist. So they're not going to battle with the narcissist when the narcissist talks about you. They're not going to voice out, hey, I don't like that. This makes me feel a certain kind of way. They're not going to do that because that's going to give the narcissist an injury. That's making the narcissist be held accountable for their actions. That's making the narcissist sit and self-reflect on how they treat other people and how their actions affect other people and make other people feel. And because they lack those qualities and capabilities to self-analyze, to sit with themselves, to empathize with other people, they're unable to do that. And this new supply is so afraid of losing that validation in this person that they're not even going to even address the situation. So they're going to get ran in the ground. They're going to get any kind of treatment while the narcissist still stalks you and thinks about you and does whatever they do with them. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So like I said, this new supply, they've been around. So they've been knowing about you. They know your personal business because this person has sat up at pillow talks with them about you when they was mad or even when if they wasn't mad. And we all know the narcissist loves to lie. So they done lied to the new supply and told them that you wasn't shit. You ain't do this, A, B, C, and D all the way to Z. When really they was the one who wasn't doing it. Wasn't contributing to the relationship. Lacked communication skills. Didn't really keep a job, worked inconsistently, didn't pay bills when bills needed to be paid, lacked empathy, lacked emotion, threw tantrums, acted as if they were a child, rage, aggression constantly, maybe it's physical. So these are all the qualities that this narcissist possesses. But they will go tell this new supply that you were that way. You did all these things to them, and this is why the relationship could no longer work, and they were ready to leave you and go be now with this new person. So this new supply, in knowing about you and the narcissist pillow talking about you to them, they kind of knew how to maneuver and operate in order to get the narcissist to either come be with them or get the narcissist to vibe and pour into them. I can't even say pour because the narcissist don't love to pour no love. To get the narcissist to come and entertain them and their need for supply. To get the narcissist to pull away from you and think that being with them is going to be so much better. Because even though we like to think that, oh, our narcissist just up and discarded us and left us, a lot of times the person they discard you for might be another narc. And this person is just as manipulative. So they're both manipulating each other. When it boils down to it all, though, you want to know, just like I want to know, right? How are two narcissistic people, two people who manipulate, going to work out in a relationship? Well, it's not. It's just not. And whether the person is an empath or whether the person is a narc, With a narcissist, the relationship is not going to work out. In fact, they don't even want the relationship to work out. You think they want to be in a relationship for the long term? No, that's stopping them from absorbing as much narcissistic supply from other people as they can. They just want to suck up the supply that they see is greatest in you. And once they're done doing that, they're on to the next. So this new supply that you're being envious about, that you're watching on social media, that you're sitting in yourself questioning who you are as a person, this new supply is a low vibrational person like your narc. They probably are a narc. B, they're nowhere on your level. They lack they lack all the capabilities that you possess. Their light will never shine as bright as yours. They'll never be as great as you, and they envy you just as much, if not more, than the narcissist does. They'll constantly spend their relationship with the narcissist in competition, trying to be you and be better than you, which will never happen. And lastly, this new supply is not going to last. They're going to get worse treatment than you got, and they're going to get discarded as well. If they don't catch on to the bullshit and discard the narcissist before the narcissist discards them. So for all my people out there, all my empaths, all my people suffering with, if you're still in it, if you got out of it, kudos to you with the narcissistic relationship, and you're questioning yourself, and you're feeling depressed, and you're feeling down, and you're feeling sad because your narcissist moved on with this new supply, this new toxic supply. And this toxic supply is stalking you on social media. They're sending you messages. They're calling your phone. Their friends are attacking you. You're feeling overwhelmed. You're thinking this person is better than you. They're doing A, B, and C better than you. And it must have been me. And it was my fault. And I didn't measure up. And all of that is lies. It's bullshit. It's projections that the narcissist put up on you during the relationship to have you questioning yourself, to make you feel like you're crazy. So you'll see in yourself once they leave you and discard you and think that everything is your fault, and you'll constantly blame yourself, which will ultimately lead to your ultimate demise and ruin, which is exactly what they want. For you to sit there and think that everything is your fault, for you to think less than yourself, for you to dim your light and not be as great as you are. Because now they've won. Now they're powerful. Why are they so powerful? Because they've allowed you, their power has made you, not allowed you, it has made you become less than what you were when they met you. And that's the motive. They get their power out of diminishing other people. So as long as they can see that they have caused you pain and suffering, and they've lessened you as a being, then they have all the power that they think they have for a short time, until that power runs out and they find themselves looking for more supply to boost up their power. Do not compare yourself to people who have to tear down other people to make themselves feel good. Do not compare yourself to people who lack self